Hey, so what's going on, everyone? I want to address this real quick. First of all, Storm Monroe, shout out to you. I applaud the approach you took, and I applaud what you had to say about me. So thank you very much. Now, in the video, there's a description box. It's unedited, didn't touch it, and I say very clearly within that content that this is not an attack or anything else. You can go look for yourself. At first, I had a girl named Bella, who seems to be the most vocal in the comment section. Why'd you have to come for Storm like that? Da, 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 da. Let me explain. Storm Monroe, I didn't know who you were. Evidently, you're a vlogger that everybody knows, okay? That's for one. Two, I've had three previous people, okay? Three previous people, which were no name. Like, I went to their channel afterwards and I looked at it, and they had the bread, but it wasn't a situation of that. You know what I mean? It's more so me being able to control my narrative and what's happening with me, and as far as like everything going on with this whole situation with me. What's going on with me is simply this. I'm having people in my comment section. I'm having fake friend requests sent to me. I'm having people send Cash App requests for $5,000 and all kinds of crazy stuff. I swear to God to you, I'm going to do a reel on it just to prove my point. So, third and lastly, if you look at the video, you see for yourself, it says for interview request. So if you can see in linear fashion here, I would think there was just enough. And I didn't take their money. I didn't take their money either. The only difference was I made sure that I grabbed this one because there was someone in my comment section, and I hope you can understand this, that's going around. They say, don't donate to him, don't donate to him. My story is a 100% authentic story, but I'm not looking for sensationalism. That's what I mean by that. And when I retracted your $100, it wasn't because I was trying to insult you. Oh, no, 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 no. Could I have used it? Oh, yes, yes, yes. But I know what falls in order when we choose to do things like this. And I know this because I've seen it previously before. That's why I know the pecking order to take. So right now, no, I can't do an interview with you because it's at the height of this crap. Would I like to speak to you? Absolutely, sure. That wasn't even in the thing. Now, I'm going to actually leave in your, well, no, I won't do that. But I'll find a way for you and I to get in contact with each other. Or maybe one of the people that so much, and that's what I want to explain lastly too, because I like something to start. I watched it pretty much at the top of the 24 minutes or so that you put on the video. And I want to address this too. That's one of the things that I'm sitting up here talking about right now. And one of those things is this. I have people coming after me, subsiding for a moment, then coming after me, trying to get me to do video chats with them so they can try to joke me up in something and not. And that's what I'm faced with right now. And it's from a bigger entity than me. You know what I'm saying? And especially the position I'm in right now. I'm not in New York City. I'm actually out of state, but right next door to New York City. So New York City is accessible to me and likewise. But I just want to say this. I'm really sick and tired of you guys, and that's what I'm running from, the sensationalism, the drop, the starting of arguments or whatever. I had no way to disrespect this guy. I think I wrote it clearly in the description. I hope, Storm, you go and look at the description as well, and you will see that. Nor did I mean in any way to insinuate that I was insulting you by denying that. It was just a linear fashion of things that have happened. I've had some people that ask me to do interviews for free. I'm not doing those either. I know the repercussions that come along with this, and the first thing to do is discredit myself. So I have to steer the wheel at the helm of the ship right now, And in the future, if not right now, I'd love to talk to you as a person, get to know some things about you. I'll share some things with you one-on-one. Yeah, we can do that, but behind the scenes right now. And maybe if we come to a compromise or something or whatever. But I want to tell you, I'm so glad that you're acute and paying attention to how people can take something and spin it out of control. They took the notion, so they came at you and I both on this. It came at you at the one end because I guess you have a rep for not paying your audience or paying for interviews. So now they could dispute you. And see, this is the same thing that's happening to me. See, now you get it. This is the same thing that's happened to me. So they attempt to discredit you by saying, see, oh, well, I thought you didn't pay for interviews. I thought you didn't do this. I thought you didn't do that. They come at me Why are you putting him on blast? Da, 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 da. It starts the conflict. And see, this is the same way a lot of things work in the music business, especially now. The conflict or any type of drama or trauma within the conflict is actually the sensationalism that drives the narrative and the story. You understand? Now, I want to salute Jaguar. I heard you say you have a Jaguar on there. And I want you to tell Jaguar this. Tell her that Davin Lewis said she is the heart and the inspiration of me doing all of this. She really is. And prior to hearing her, which you can find clearly on my Instagram, I was saying this stuff way before Jaguar even said anything. Not to discredit her either. Don't take that the wrong way. But what I mean is I fell in linear fashion with her, because once she started saying what she was saying, I was like, well, it's time. And it was just something, I don't know if it was just my spirit. I don't know if it was just we've done a lot of things. A lot of things. Things that you can see and things you can't see. Put it that way. And may not be me personally per se, but I've seen it. I know what it is. And I know how psychology plays a part in all of this. And I know how a psychological reaction is what you're seeing right now with the youth, with the violence that's happening and everything else. And as I mentioned before, if you look at musical theory, it's all from tones, notes, and certain rhythms that go sonically with certain emotions. Now, you can believe me or don't believe me, but I can guarantee you any company from Viacom to MTV to BET, which they own, to any other music conglomerate or music head will tell you the same thing. How do I know? Because one told me. And then another told me. Guys, I have no problem with Storm Monroe. Storm Monroe, I have no problem with you. If you want to reach back out to me, and I'm not even talking about the money, I appreciate the donation. I am struggling like a motherfucker. I don't hide it. And I think it's part of my narrative and my story. But I just want to drive my story from right here, because I don't want to get anybody involved, especially you. Because you seem like a nice guy, and let me just wait. Okay? Let me just wait. But Storm Monroe, no shade. Storm Monroe, please feel free to reach out to me. Those same people that can find that post should be able to find my page. I'm not going to say it on there because I can imagine what happened after that. I'm not looking for sensationalism. I'm just looking for people to understand and hear my story and hear what we went through. People like me, Gene Deal, a couple other people, and things they saw, things that are oblivious to some and obvious to others. Storm Monroe, salute. Sorry about the confusion, and I'm sorry our followers on both ends like to create the confusion. Black people, when you do that, the same thing you say you speak against, you're being part of. How do I know? I used to be part of it. Later, guys.